Good afternoon. Welcome to the corner of Marshall Memorial Boulevard and 3rd Avenue, or Hurd Avenue if you prefer, on a Marshall game day for the renewal of an old rivalry, Marshall and EKU. Tony Gibson's Thundering Herd was a grumpy bunch after last week. That did not change throughout this week. Yes, they tried to put that Missouri State game to bed and behind the Herd last Sunday, but there's just one cure for what ails the Herd. Will it come this evening? That Marshall locker room hopes so. The entire Kelly Green Nation hopes so.
Hey, listen, fellas. Okay, been a long couple weeks. Respect who your opponent is. They're a proud program. They're going to fight your ass off, but it don't matter anything about them right now. This night is about us. You understand? Yes, sir. Okay, tonight is the night when we get rolling. Yes, sir. Okay, there's no let up. I want to have fun, love each other out on that field, boys, and let's play for each other. Let's put it all on the line and play as hard as we can play. Yes, you understand me? There is no let up. Okay, no let up. Make them feel who we are tonight. They're just the next opponent. Okay, we got to step up tonight, boys, and I want you to play as hard as you can play. Let's have fun. Then we're going to have a lot of fun about 9:30. You understand? Let's go, boys. Crank it up to a whole nother level tonight. Make them feel our shit tonight.
If you were to paint a picture of a perfect Saturday night for football in September, it would look a lot like what we have here in Huntington, West Virginia this evening. Eastern Kentucky Colonels taking the 2-hour trip over to Edwards Stadium from Richmond, Kentucky to renew an old rivalry first played almost 100 years ago. As Eastern Kentucky starts at the 25-yard line, Burkett wants to throw on first down, looks to the sideline, it's intercepted. Marshall with a huge turnover early.
It is Boogie Trotter with a pick over the 25, bumped out of bounds, and what a start for Marshall University.
How about that for setting the tone? Boogie Trotter, that's just one-on-one coverage on the far side. Steve, he just stepped underneath the route, took it away from the receiver.
Carlos Del Rio Wilson getting his first start at quarterback. Drops to throw, Smith on the blitz. Throw is wide left. And Marshall's defense holds.
And trying to get Stanley there, and just good coverage there by the Thundering Herd. Marshall has forced EKU into a punting situation.
Marshall has its return man, Floyd Lacey, back at the 40. The snap's back, line drive punt, maybe returnable. Lacey at the 40, up the left hash mark, over the 45 and 50, cuts right. Eastern's 45 and 40, angling right. Lacey over the 30, over the 20, and finally somebody has an angle and gets Floyd Lacey knocked down at around the, looks like the 18-yard line. Lorcan Quinn will try to put Marshall on the board. It's a short field goal. Quinn's kick is up and true, and Marshall scores first. 3rd down and 7 to go for Eastern Kentucky. Takes the shotgun snap, backs up. Marshall backs out of a blitz. The throw over the middle is tipped and intercepted. Boogie Trotter with another one up the field, the 50, the 40, cuts right at the 30, on the run over the 15. Boogie Trotter inside the 10, down at the 6-yard line, maybe the 5, 1st and goal. Dwayne Trotter boogies for his 2nd interception of the game. Williams Thomas right of Del Rio Wilson. It's on the right hash mark. The Herd tries to get it into the north end zone. The snap, a keeper for Del Rio Wilson, bounces off a tackle and takes it in. Touchdown, Carlos Del Rio Wilson. Touchdown, Herd. Well, a 14-yard run, and then the same man takes it the final 4. 9-0 Marshall, 5:01 to go. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, backs up to throw. Marshall with pressure. He's going to be wrapped up and sacked. Cannon Lewis came in on the blitz.
Shannon Morrison's got to be happy, Mark, with the early defense here by Marshall. Still 3rd and long, but more manageable 3rd and 12 for the Herd. Del Rio Wilson to throw, steps up in the pocket. Got a blocker in some room. Del Rio Wilson crashes inside the 15-yard line, and he picks up a first down.
Tight end in motion, the snap, the handoff. Justin Williams-Thomas has the first down, wants the touchdown, and he's got it. Justin Williams-Thomas on a 3-yard run, and Marshall's up 16-0, still in quarter number 1.
hands it off to Latham, and he's got nothing doing out there. Carry on Martin. Here comes the blitz. Burkett has some time now. He's snowed under by the Herd defense. And Paul Hudson III on the sack. Drops to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. He gets rid of it. And he hits Justin Williams. Thomas bounces off a defender on his feet. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. 30 yards, and what a heads-up play by Carlos Del Rio Wilson.
Marshall brings the pass rushing defensive line in. On 3rd and 10 to go, the shotgun snap, play action, quarterback under pressure, and Braden Ward rips him down. Big loss on a sack, and 4th down for Eastern Kentucky.
Potts wants to throw this time. He's flushed out of the pocket, and he's going nowhere. Taken down by Tyus Martin. 4th sack of the game for Marshall's defense with his ability to catch. Over the middle, Toby Payne makes the grab, a diving grab, down to the 23.
3rd down from the 30. There's the shotgun snap. Del Rio Wilson's looking to the right side, down toward the goal line. Adrian Norton, a leaping attempt in the end zone on the sideline. Did he bring it in? Yes, he does. Touchdown Herd. Adrian Norton's first career catch as a member of the Marshall football team comes in the end zone, and it's a beauty. Marshall 30, Eastern Kentucky nothing.
And so we head to halftime with the Thundering Herd putting 31 points on the board. Impressive half for Marshall on offense and defense.
I'm going to start with Ja'Kai Long here, Keith.
1st and goal from the Colonel's 3-yard line. Long barks the signals, takes the snap, fakes a toss right, keeps it left. He's all alone and into the end zone. Ja'Kai Long, a 3-yard run, a touchdown for the Thundering Herd, and it's 37-7.
Well, I don't care if it's midget league, middle school, high school. When you can hit the end zone for the first time at a level, what a thrill for Ja'Kai Long to score that touchdown.
They won't have to run another play. They'll move the chains and then start the clock again. We're down to 8 and 7, and the final seconds roll away. Marshall 38, Eastern Kentucky 7. The clock's at zeros, and there's win number 1 for Tony Gibson as the coach at Marshall University.
Yeah, it's got to be sweet for Tony Gibson. All those years working as a coordinator and as an assistant, getting the opportunity come back home to West Virginia, gets his first win in his coaching career. Marshall focused on accountability, limiting mistakes, making the most of opportunities. I'd say the Herd did all those things here tonight.
All right, hey fellas, so proud of you guys, man. That was a happy locker room, and we needed that. So it was. I'm so proud of this football team, these coaches. Just to look in my players' eyes after that game, and just how excited they were, and just to see them, the emotion they had, and how excited they were. I mean, every kid on this football team shook my hand, told me he loved me, and that meant a lot. So, and this is just the first of many. We're going to get this thing right, just like I said last week, and we're going to keep this thing rolling.